Hey, this is Jim, and I thought I'd start a conversation with you guys about what the best solution is if you sell digital goods from your own website. I'm assuming you want to offer affiliates an incentive to promote your stuff. So, what are your options for the shopping cart and the affiliate tracking and making sure your affiliates get paid? And even possibly following up with an email response to your customers and integrating all of the different options that you can have that go along with running a digital business. Well, I wanted to talk through some options with you. And these are four very popular choices. I've used three of them. I clearly have a favorite at this point in time, which I've committed to and I'm using in my own business. But I just wanted to talk through the four. Now, each of these websites will offer you different solutions. And probably the most robust by far would be Infusionsoft, which I've never actually used, but I know a lot of people who use it and they're quite happy with it. But let me just go through in the order, starting with the one I like the least, all the way up to the one I like the best, and explain why on each point, and then open it up for debate. You're hopefully watching this on my blog, and if you're watching this video somewhere else, there's a link to my blog along with this video, and you can add your thoughts and your observations, and maybe there's some other solutions that I didn't mention. Again, this isn't meant to be the final word on which platform is best. It's meant to start a conversation, and then we can ask questions and discuss and debate and have a good time with this. So I promised I'd start with my least favorite, and let's go ahead back over to Pay.com. I used Pay.com for a while, and they're simple. It's simple to set up. Probably the easiest of the four. But what I don't like about Pay.com, specifically lately, a couple different things I discovered. Well, one, the fees are really high. But beyond that, they started showing up, unfortunately, the links that you generate to promote your products show up and get blocked a lot through email services. Email servers just don't like links that come from Pay.com. And so you'll find some customers contacting you saying, hey, that link you sent me to your product, it's not working, it got blocked, it was called spam, or worse yet, it was blacklisted, shown on a blacklisted server, etc. They've had some troubles there. So while I liked it, used it, it worked well, I moved on quickly from it. I no longer use it. My affiliates weren't as incented to perform well there. Now, one thing I do like is it was easy to tie all my products together, meaning if an affiliate promoted one product, that affiliate was now in my funnel for any other product that the customer might go on to sell in the future. Let's talk about tracking affiliate links for just a moment. There's two kinds of tracking that can be done, and not all affiliate tracking options will offer both. Now, I can't say I've done in-depth research at this point. Maybe someone will make a comment below. But I know for a fact that my current favorite solution, which happens to be Nanocast, uses both IP tracking and cookie tracking, meaning you've got every possible opportunity to make sure that a sale is correctly assigned to the referring affiliate. Because if you're referring people to buy my stuff, you want accurate tracking, right? That's one of the things I love about Nanocast is its lifetime IP tracking, IP address, and cookie tracking. I won't get into technical detail about what that means, but let's just say that's as good as it gets. I can't tell you for sure what tracking the other three services use. But I said I'd work from my least favorite to my most favorite. Let's talk about ClickBank next. Now, I still have a very special place in my heart for ClickBank because that's where I got started selling my own products and my own digital goods. I made the transition from playing around on the internet to going full-time on the internet where ClickBank was my paycheck. I even remember days where I called ClickBank up and I had a conversation with a confused representative on the other end, and I said, how stable of a business are you guys? How many employees do you have? You feel like you're in this for the long haul? Because I was very dependent on their ability to process my orders, to reward and pay affiliates. And that's one of the things that they're one of their strong suits to this day is with ClickBank, they actually pay your affiliates for you. So it's possibly the simplest of the four from that regard. They've been doing this a long time. They sell a lot of digital goods. The one thing that I don't like about them is they just haven't changed a whole lot. They haven't been real progressive and kept up with changes. And they also make it kind of hard to have a sales funnel where affiliates can promote one product and get credit for all of your other products as well. So for that reason, I've recently moved everything to Nanocast. Now, since I'm working in order from least favorite to most favorite, we'll get to Nanocast in a moment. Let's talk about Infusionsoft. Admittedly, I'm the least familiar of the four with Infusionsoft. I've never used it. Like I said, it's probably the most expensive of the four. Odds are you'll only use a tiny fraction of the possible tools and resources and features of Infusionsoft, especially if you're only selling a few digital goods and you're wanting to reward your affiliates for it. If I was just getting started, or if I had a handful of products and I was wanting to tie them together for my affiliates so that they could easily go from one to the other, I would start with Nanocast. That's where I've been. That's what I've transitioned to. They've got probably, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being incredible customer support, I'd give them about a 5 or 6 on the customer support scale. So I'm not giving them a real high score there. But on literally every other way I could measure them, they just flat out work. It's not the most intuitive interface, however. So one of the things I've done on this, just below this video, is I've included a little opt-in box where if you want to hire my Nanocast expert, this is the guy that helps me as I set up Nanocast, and he's helped me get it set up for all my websites and generate the links I need and help make sure the affiliate information is correct and all of that. I've got an opt-in box where you can check in with him and possibly hire him. This isn't a commercial for his services, however, because you could easily go onto odesk.com, for example, and find experts who will help you integrate any of these. And they've all got customer support to some degree, especially Infusionsoft. If you're wanting some hand-holding, you're ready to spend a little money, Infusionsoft is probably they're by far the biggest player in the game here in this arena as far as really backing up their product. At least that's my impression. You'll find probably the least amount of support here. ClickBank is somewhere in between. And Nanocast, you're going to need to kind of figure it out. Meaning you're going to want to have someone on your side helping you step through this because they're newer. But what I like about them being new is they haven't had the weight of all of the people trying to take advantage of their system the way ClickBank has. ClickBank's been around so long that it's the first choice for pirates and scammers and people selling junk, and you're kind of tied in and lumped in with a lot of garbage there sometimes. I still love ClickBank, but some of the clients that they've taken on over the years, and admittedly, they've kicked a lot of people off too. But I was just kind of done being associated with that crowd. And may I go back to them at some point? Sure. I think they're a tremendous service, but it was the crowd that they had attracted that I had a problem with at times. So these are all good services. They all work. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. These are just one guy's opinions, but right now, I'm really liking Nanocast. So if I had to give you some advice, that's the direction I'd probably point you in. But this isn't an attempt to sell anything, and I'm open to any questions that you might have. I don't want to go through a feature dump of all four. This is just kind of me talking through what I think of these four options. I'm aware there's other options out there. I'd love to have you post on my blog what you think, what other options you are using, and how you like them, what strengths and weaknesses you see in those services. So I think I'll end the video here. If you have any comments or questions, please jump below this video and let's talk about it.